Right, hello everyone, and welcome to a new video. If you're new here, my name is Mohammed. We continue our training and the preparation for Elastic Certified Engineer exam, and today with a new topic. Today we will see how we can write an async search. With that being said, let's jump to the documentation and see what we have. So asynchronous search allows us to perform a long-running search query without blocking our system or our interface. It's particularly useful for handling really large datasets. We will see in a few examples how it looks like. And the three phases of the of async search we have, like we're gonna submit the request or the search, right? And once we submit it, the search will generate an ID, right? And we can use this ID first to track the progress of the search and see if it's done or not. So here, if it's gonna be running, it should be true, or if it's done, it will show yes, or here false, for example. And here it will show also the time, when it starts and when it's done. And if we go down here, we will get the result of our search, and finally we will see how we can delete this async search, right? With that being said, let's jump to our environment. So we're gonna use So we're gonna use our environment, right? Let me just open Discover. So you're already familiar with the environment. We are deploying Elastic here locally, and here we are using this sample. So if you did not add the samples, please do. We are going to run a query on this samples, right? So the first is is post, right? And we call async search, but before we have to specify the index name or data view. So here it's gonna be, what is it? Sample. We're gonna use this one, for example, and here it should be it should be the query. So let's go here to Discover, right? And let's see what we have. So let's open, let's just pick any field. So okay, let's pick one of the fields. So we will use, for example, here career. So here we will go with match, and here we will give the field, and here we will give the value of the field, right? So I will just put this one, Elasticsearch, this one. So now if we run, as you can see here, it's false. If you remember in the definition, I said like this useful when we have really complex search query. Then it's take a time and take a resource to return the result. And if we compare the output, like as you can see here, when we run it on a complex search query on large data sets, here it generates the ID and it's take a time to do the search, which is not the case here in our environment. So it's already done. So I run it, didn't generate an ID. Why? Because the search was really fast, right? Now let's go to another environment. So I have here another environment where it's we have large data sets, not just a few thousand. So here we have in this environment we have large data sets, and this is, like, let's say it's a bit complicated query. So here we are looking for the last 30 days, and here we have aggregation and sub-aggregation, like this. So the first bucket will be the client IP. So it's gonna be like this. So it's gonna be the client IP. Then it will do it will count the value. Then it will calculate the average based on the HTTP response time. So let me copy it and see what we have here. Perfect. So the field should be here. HTTP. What was the field? HTTP response time. Yes, we have this. So it doesn't response time and HTTP. So yes, perfect. So here now if I run the this async search, so here it will generate an ID as you can see, and here is true, mean it's still running. So if I want to execute the second phase, which is here, I want to check the status of the search, if it's done or no. So here I can come here and do get, and I call async endpoint. Then here I give, sorry. One second, let me copy it again. Perfect. So now if I run, here it's false, mean it's done. Here is also is done, and here is how it look, or how it took. And here, if we scroll down, we will get the output, right? So this, the aggregation, the first one is existing. We don't have the two values, as you can see here. It's null, mean this and this it's empty, or this two sub buckets are empty. We can replace it with something else. So I was looking here, like we can, for example, count, for example, let's see if there is any number here. Time, URL port. Yeah, we can use, for example, here timestamp.us, for example. We can choose any number from here. But in our example, these two sub buckets are empty. That's why we see here it's empty. But this is the first bucket, is the aggregation based on the client IP, and this how the dog count and how long it took, and like all the details, right? So in our scenario, or during the exam, or even in production, if you need or if you have a complex query, when you know it's gonna take a lot of time to search or to get the results back, then you have to think about async search, and you implement it. Here you have the async search. And finally, if we want to delete the async search, so we're gonna use delete here, async search, and here we give the ID like this, and here it's removing the async search. We get to the end of this video. Let me know in the comment section if you have any question, and we'll see you in the next video.